The ROG Phone 8 shed the skin of the hypebeast gamer phone and went for a more subtle look and shape. The ROG Phone 9 repeats those steps and proudly comes with a brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. That's right, the first 3nm SoC for Android phones is here, and it's an overtuned, over-spec'd package. We have the ROG Phone 9 Pro, and of course, one of the first things we did was clash it against the iPhone 16 Pro Max. If you live in the US, you had to wait for a bit. The ROG Phone 9 launched internationally in December, but will be coming stateside this coming January. Now that you'll finally be able to buy it, maybe the question's lingering in your mind. How does it compare to the big bad iPhone? It still lacks in the camera department, though it's pretty impressive with video recording. But the ROG Phone 9 Pro excels where it's supposed to. Massive performance gains and a lot of gaming comfort thanks to the peripherals and hardware. The ROG Phone 9 Pro now tries to look a bit more subtle than its predecessors, with more subdued accents and less overbearing elements. However, with an LED matrix on the back, you can still have flashy animations to showcase how special that phone is. Otherwise, it's a glass sandwich device with an aluminum frame and a matte finish over the back, which feels grainy and nice to the touch. The bezel around the display is quite thin and uniform, so it does feel like you're holding an all-screen phone. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has also gotten a bezel treatment this year, as its frame shrunk further and the screen grew to 6.9 inches. The frame around it is covered in titanium for an extra premium feel, and the glass back is a smooth, fine matte. Both these phones have specific buttons on top of the typical power and volume. The ROG Phone 9 Pro has the ultrasonic shoulder pads for gaming, emulating the triggers on a conventional controller or handheld console. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has the action button, which can be customized to open a specific app or do a task, and the new camera control button that opens up the camera app and also controls it via taps, slides, and presses on the button. For the color options, you can get the ROG Phone 9 Pro in any color you want, as long as it's black. The non-Pro variant also comes in white, but that about does it. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes in a selection of tame and muted colors: natural titanium, desert, white, and black. So a bit more choice there, but they also aren't flashy. We have excellent OLED panels on both. The ROG Phone 9 Pro now goes up to 185Hz refresh rate, which is honestly over the top. Scratch that, 165Hz was already over the top, but hey, it can do. It has a few color calibrations to pick from, whether you like warm and natural tones or more punchy and contrasty screens. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with a 120Hz ProMotion screen with its own excellent color calibration, and both phones offer blue light filtering when the sun sets for less eye strain too. They're quite sharp. The ROG Phone 9 Pro has an FHD+ resolution for 388 pixels per inch. Apple has a weird spread of 2868 by 1320 pixels, which results in 458 ppi, and both are HDR compatible. The ROG Phone 9 Pro has a peak brightness of 2500 nits, and iPhone hits 2000. One complaint about the ROG phones is that they don't go low enough on minimum brightness, so they're not super comfortable for bedside viewing. For unlocking the phone, Asus employs an optical fingerprint scanner under the display. It's the optical kind, and while it's more quick and mostly accurate, it can also be picky if you press too hard or too light. If your finger or screen has a smudge even. The Face ID on iPhones works quickly and flawlessly and only requires you to look at the phone. The time for the Android processor to evolve has come. Apple switched to a 3nm build process with last year's A17 Pro, and Qualcomm now has its 3nm answer, the new Snapdragon 8 Elite. Is it a big deal? No, 3nm is actually quite small. On a more serious note, it simply means that there's less gap between the components inside the chip, meaning it can stack more transistors for more power, all while being more energy efficient. The Apple A series chips have been quite ahead of the competition for years now, so the Snapdragon 8 Elite is more than a welcome surprise. So not only does the ROG Phone 9 Pro stand toe-to-toe with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, according to performance benchmarks, it can actually outrun it. We'd also like to point out that the ROG Phone barely throttled during the 3D Mark stress test, which is designed to force a throttle, and it ran relatively cool thanks to the excellent thermals inside. We've seen other gaming phones achieve a no throttling result, but their metal frames will become scorching hot. And yes, in real life, the Asus phone is unbelievably fast and snappy. It downloads and runs anything from the Play Store without missing a beat. It handles task switching and scrolling around almost like it's moving a couple frames into the future. The iPhone is of course incredibly smooth and fast in its own right. And look, you may have the super powerful hardware, but at the end of the day, we'll ask, what does it run? And this is where Apple still has the upper hand. The App Store has actually started getting actual console titles ported to the iPhones and iPads, not the old shabby ports which were low-grade remakes of the games, but the actual games. Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, Death Stranding. Apple's push into the gaming space has us thinking that other partnerships may also be on the horizon. The ROG Phone 9 Pro, while incredibly powerful and convenient to game on, is tied down to what the Android Play Store can give you. Thankfully, we have some major titles like Modern Warfare, Arena Breakout, Genshin, even the good old PUBG, but developers seem to be wary with experimenting in the mobile space. But hey, maybe these titles are enough for you. Maybe you also like to fire up the odd emulator from time to time. The ROG Phone 9 Pro provides that power. Now, these wouldn't be 2024 phones if we didn't mention AI, right? The ROG Phone 9 Pro comes with a couple of AI tricks. One is a summary function for your voice recorder, transcribing and summarizing meetings. The other is a live translator for bilingual phone calls, which is a bit clunky but quite rare. The only other phones that give us that feature are Samsung's Galaxies for now. The third, more general AI feature of the ROG Phone 9 is semantic search. Whether in the phone's photo album or in the settings, you can be more liberal with the search terms, and the AI will try and figure out exactly what you're looking for, which is quite convenient. The rest of the ROG AI features have to do with games. It can auto-record kill streaks, it can give you tips on when a booster has spawned in MOBA games, auto-running, auto-item pickup, and other small assistive features while gaming. To be fair, most hardcore gamers would probably view it beneath them to use such assistive features, but hey, who knows? Apple's iOS 18 is slowly getting its Apple Intelligence features. At the end of 2024, we have Cleanup, Magic Eraser in the Photos app, call transcribing, ChatGPT integration with Siri, visual intelligence, AI image lookup with the camera, a smarter and more personal Siri, and a more precise search within Photos. Now for the bad news. The ROG Phone 9 still only comes with a 2 Android build update commitment and 4 years of security updates post-release. Apple's iPhones are known to get at least 5 years of iOS updates. That number might go up now that Samsung and Google are both committing to 7 years of Android updates, but Apple hasn't said anything yet. The ROG Phone 9 comes with an upgraded main camera sensor, still 50MP, but now a Sony Lydia 700. It rocks a hybrid gimbal stabilizer for a 5-degree wobble compensation. It does work quite nicely. Other than that, there's a 32-megapixel 3x telephoto camera, 13-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. Impressive numbers, but putting them toe-to-toe versus the iPhone 16 Pro Max's cameras, 48MP main camera with sensor shift stabilization, 12MP 5x telephoto, and 48MP ultra-wide, the iPhone produces better-looking photos. We did complain about Apple leaning into over-sharpening its images a bit ever since it started using a 48MP sensor, but the Aces does more of it. The dynamic range and colors on the iPhone photos are also better, with more pop to them and closer to reality. The ROG Phone 9 has stereo speakers, but no longer front-firing like generations before. Honestly, the audio quality took a bit of a hit since Aces did that. They're still loud and meaty for sure, but there's a certain clarity and presence that they're missing. The good news is that the new Aero Active Cooler X Pro accessory that launches with the ROG Phone 9 series brings the subwoofer back. And yes, this phone can sound as powerful as a Bluetooth speaker, just not a top-tier Bluetooth speaker. iPhone 16 Pro Max stereo speakers sound excellent, surprisingly excellent. Deep bass, cleaned up low mids, plenty of music detail, and really sweet presence, and they're almost as loud as the ROG Phone 9 speakers. Maybe just as loud, but the mids of the ROG 9 would make you feel like they're louder. But another win for Asus here, the ROG Phone 9 Pro still retains a headphone jack. Kinda wild there's still room for it still, right? For haptics, both of these phones are a pleasure to use. They click and clack with precise feedback, which is especially nice on the ROG Phone, where you get a reassuring vibration whenever you press one of the gaming triggers. The ROG Phone 9 Pro comes with an upgraded 5800 mAh battery. That's already a massive battery, but with Asus's software optimizations on top, we were confident it would last quite a while. Conversely, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4685 mAh battery. The biggest battery an iPhone has had thus far. And hey, iOS is also excellent at freezing processes and preserving battery lives. Both of these phones will comfortably last you north of 10 hours on a single charge. For mundane, regular web tasks, almost 20 hours. Needless to say, when we daily drive any one of them, battery fears are not an issue. In case you end up draining them to 0%, the Asus has the advantage here. The ROG Phone 9 Pro does ship with its own 65-watt charger, which gives you 74% of power in half an hour on the wire. The iPhone is notoriously refusing to adopt any form of fast charging for now. Now, will the ROG Phone 9 Pro pull people away from the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Probably not. It's a niche device, an enthusiast phone. You need to be a gamer, be willing to spend quite a bit of cash on a phone. You need to be feeling adventurous to step away from the Apple, Samsung, and Google brands. So in some ways, the people that would buy a ROG Phone 9 Pro have already probably set their minds to it. However, it's always good to know how it compares to the other heavy hitters out there, right? Well, there you have it. It doesn't budge an inch. Okay, the Asus camera is still not amazing, but it's above average for sure, and its video qualities are surprisingly high. Is it a better all-rounder than the iPhone 16 Pro Max? No. Is it a fantastic gaming phone that you can use as a daily driver? Yes.